Good morning! Good morning! I'm a bit late today, but that's fine. I should wake up pretty early today. Still set up everything pretty late though. Good morning! So this will be the last of the first game. Well, I'm hoping to do it. I will do it. I'm going to finish it. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm going to finish this case. Then take a break from the Ace Attorney series, but I love Ace Attorney so much that I don't want to take a break. But I've got like 14 episodes on Ace Attorney right now. Episodes, yeah. Streams of it. Oh, this is gonna be the 14th one anyways. So no matter how long it takes, I'm not gonna stop until I finish it. In we go. Ba ba ba. Dun 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 dun. Okay, recap. We've learned that Lana is being blackmailed. Yeah, blackmailed by Gant. Something's up with Emma. Emma was, I don't know, called back to talk to Gant the other day, and I don't know, she went home early, and that's not good. Just let me make sure everything's good. Ba 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 ba. Yeah. Anyways, I want to make sure my setup is good. Keyboard, yes. Okay. In we go. Oh, so it's been about at least 10 hours. No, that would have been when I slept yesterday. Okay. February 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Hello, this is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. What? What do you mean no defendant? I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Uh-oh. And where's Emma for that matter? It almost seems as if... Wait, I'm alone this time? Something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth! Hello, Edgy. Edgeworth, what do you mean what's happening behind the scenes? Why am I alone here? I don't want to be alone. Good morning, Leslie. Good morning. I'm using your drawing as the thumbnail. As the am I a bit small today? Hang on a second. I might be a bit small today. Okay, I think that should be fine-ish. Normally, roughly, yeah. If the size is bad, then yeah. Next, Edgeworth. Knowing you already figured it out. Yeah, Gant's the bad guy. For the owner of 7777777, his ID number is, that is. Oh yeah, we know. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch, seeing as we used the number to open his safe. Oh, I need to move my chat a bit. I think I'm gonna use that thumbnail art every time it's like a final episode of like the series. So you're gonna have so it's gonna appear. Oh no, so I'll do maybe a start and finish one for it. So thumbnail will appear again 4 more times after this one, and more if Steam releases the other games, so like Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. Even though I've played the other 2 games, it's been years since I last played it. I don't think I have the casing, the discs the cartridges anymore. But I would definitely want to replay Dual Destinies, because my favorite character's in there and I love her theme song so much. Anyhow, looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. Oh, Edgeworth, you know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. We just gotta figure it out. Hello, Neptune! Hello, welcome to the stream. Just you, it is indeed you. After he hasn't been officially charged with anything, I'm gonna charge him with something. Because charge him with a creepy smile and creepiness. Akuta! I'm just dropping by since I still want to play this eventually, but good luck and have fun with the end. I will! I'm super excited to see how this ends, really. I've never played this game, but any of these games, but it's good news that I hope it is. I'm not sure yet, because they're already out on mobile, on iOS at least. That's how I found out about the trilogy in the first place, because I had downloaded it on my phone. Never got around to playing it. Should have, but then I wouldn't be able to stream it. So I think eventually they will release the other 2 games, so maybe even the Miles ones. I think, hang on, Miles has a game as well. It's worth Investigations. Yeah, Ace Attorney Investigations. So Miles has a game as well, and also on the DS. So I'm pretty sure this game was released on the mobile as well. So one day they'll be released on Steam. I hope. I wish. I really do. Anyways, back to the actual game. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True. Not yet. We'll charge him. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? And Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. I wonder who Alana is though. She's not here with me. I wonder if you can hear. Maybe. Hang on. Let me at least turn down my aircon. It's cold in Australia today, and it's morning, so it makes it extra cold. And I think the next couple days is gonna be pretty cold as well. So I'm sitting here with the blanket and the heater on. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Come on, Edgy, we're good people here. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to press Gant, is to draw it out from her. If she's here. She's not here. She better be here soon, then Emma. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid, today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. We did that when it came to your case, though. Move the mic a bit closer to me. But we did that when it came to your case, then, Mr. R. That depends on you. I mean, if you give us the time, we'll bring it up. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. Think about it faster, please. See you in court, Wright. I realized I'm using the wrong character. Hang on one moment. Hang on, where is it? I just realized I am using the wrong character. That makes so much sense why it looked a bit off. I'm using the wrong character. Here? No, a bit small. Here. I can't believe I was using the wrong character for the video. I didn't start it. Technically, I did start it. Was I one bigger? No, I was one small. You saw nothing. I didn't use the wrong character. wrong buddy. Is that right size? Or was it one bigger? I can't tell. I can't remember. Darn it. Oh no. I think it's this side. No, we'll put one small. No, one big. One big. But you saw nothing. I didn't use the wrong character. The wrong body. You saw nothing. Nothing. And this is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. It'd be great if Lana was here. I seem a bit bigger. I just seem a bit bigger. One moment. Oh no. Am I? Nope. Okay. Nope. That size is good. Size is good. I just had to compare it to one of my own old streams of the Ace stream. February 25th, 10 a.m. District Court, Court number 9. Now, which button was it for? I transformed. Okay. Nope. Nope. There it is. It's been a bit since I did Ace Attorney, so I forgot which key I had from to take Phoenix's hair. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is where the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. Is it not? Before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh, Chief Gant. I don't like it. Morning. I can actually hear him clapping. Morning, folks. How's everyone been doing? Hey, have you been back to the pool yet? I can't wait to make you break. No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Yeah, so have I. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. Suspicious. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Well, come on. Come on. Lana, that is to say the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. Okay, so she wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted a request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Lana, my darling, what are you doing? What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. What's up? Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Excuse me? We haven't even started the final... Excuse me, I confess to all charges against me. Oh, did Gant threaten her again? Please don't. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman. In the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Lana! No, Jackson! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claims does not change the defendant's claims does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. Oh, you! But Lana, I'm doing this because Emma asked me, and because I am way too invested in this case now. Could have said this, I don't know, day one. Could have done this day one. We're on the final day, excuse me. Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. Judge, ignore her. Ignore her. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me. Oh, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I bet she is. Gant probably blackmailed her again, or said something, and this is this, and I don't know. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. I know happy with this. Hang on, I need to move this here then. Ah! Oh, my sand's caught on my mouse. There we go. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. No. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial. No. No, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. Excuse. This can't be happening. Emma? 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 It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Hold it. Hold it. Objection. Objection. Gant is not a Chad anymore. Get the pitchforks. I can't wait to I don't know. We're gonna do something to him. Put him in jail. Put him in jail sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. I keep moving my my phone stand. One moment, Your Honor. Yes. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Yeah. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. Don't call him Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, You don't speak that way to Edgeworth. Not to Miles. This is the one time I'm happy for his smugness. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? I don't care for you either. Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution will have to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, what? Emma? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Emma? Wait, Emma? Sin! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm exercising my right to self-representation. Well, she's still trying to protect, Emma. Good on ya. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. Edgeworth is pulling the punches today. He's woohoo, go. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Dang, I guess he earned the name Edgeworth. He did. I'm so happy because I couldn't do anything. But still like the guy. Yeah, Edgeworth grew on me. He grew on me. Ow! I just whacked my eyes. Ow! Oh, but Edgeworth definitely grew on me. I remember in the first case, I didn't like him. He was just annoying. But then he became a good guy. Thank. Very well, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Oh, no. You're gonna regret ever crossing me. And Miles. But me. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Let's go. Oh, hello there. Now then, witness, state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. His skin's the same color as his suit. Which one? Gant? Would be Gant. I can't really recall. Hang on. Why does Gant look like a Gant? Wait, I can just look into the court records. What the heck am I doing? Gant. Actually, yeah, it's pretty close. No, I mean, it's more orange, so I'm sure it's more orange there, but like, yeah. Backspace. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark, of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. Oh, poor girl. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. But they're connected, you see. They're somehow connected. Is this incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes. Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. You sure gave him fast. I mean, I'd give up pretty quickly if Ed just stared at me like, yes, it is true. Alright, it's true. Now, testimony please. Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. Okay, this is it. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Witness testimony 2 years ago. That's cool. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Yep. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. That's it? Isn't it more? It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does his testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? We'll get to that. Oh, that's my job. Wait, that's my job to find out, isn't it? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I think the one thing I want to know is what exactly did she see? What did she not forget? That's fine. That's fine, but I'll never forget. Yes. What else did you see? Anything else other than the whole stabby? Can you tell us about that, please? Mr. Marshall jumped on Doc. Just then, the lights went out. What? The lights? I mean, it was storming that day. It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out. Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in the room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? I mean, lightning struck, you could have seen that through the glass window, a bit of light there. Could have seen a thing. That might have been what imprinted in her mind because it was like a sudden flash of light. Like you see that and it's there. And it doesn't mean that she could have seen. She might not have actually seen Dark stabbed Marshall. Might have seen him raise it, flash, just saw that scene and it cut out. And right. But just then, lightning flashed again outside. Yep. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. Yep. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Imps. Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more, please. Tell me more, please. Give me anything. So, you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw. Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. Poor baby. That's why I drew a picture. Picture? A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. If she did, I didn't remember it, but yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? I'd like the picture, please. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. Excuse me, but the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture because you were given half. You were given half of the evidence, mister. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. Could I, ask you quickly if it was in this list, please? Was it in this? Because remember, there was 2 lists found. One of them, Gant took, the other one was actually given. So, was the evidence actually on this list? Mr. Edgeworth? This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. Why don't you have it? And yet, you would insist on denying its existence? Oops, I'm sorry, I'm picking you. Hey, I'm not the bad guy. I know. But I can't point fingers at Gant just yet. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for the case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold. Hang on. Can I zoom in? No? No? Oh. I was kind of expecting to be able to, like, read it. I guess I can't. This is the evidences for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Ah! What's this? Oh! Oh! Oh. Uh-oh. Yes. Yes? What is that? That'd be the drawing. Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Oh. That makes... so that's why they didn't give up that one. Emma drew on the back of that evidence one. Okay. Indeed, 2 men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Don't question it. I definitely didn't sneak into someone's office and steal it. Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? This is a list. They're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. I've got a little cut on my finger, so I accidentally pressed it with my thumb and it's not fun. These 2 lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What? Yeah. Order. But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Huh, wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means the picture is crucial evidence. Your Honor. Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Well, let's see. Is something wrong? Is there something else on the back of it? Do you even have to ask? Well, sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn in the back of my list. It's that thing. Why is that thing on the back of it, actually? That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Okay, Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? Please do. Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. That was weird. She acted too suspicious. What's wrong with Emma? Is the music? She seems to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture. Which picture? Maybe not. I don't think she drew that one. I'm pretty sure Gumshoe did, because the mascot, the blue badger, I think it was the blue badger, is his creation, so he must have drawn it on there. Okay. I'm in this picture. This is a picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. Okay, so she wouldn't know which did the stabbing. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. I'm gonna go through the court records momentarily. We have a lot of stuff. Oh, I want to read this. A single stab wound piercing his heart. Okay, died from blood loss under. Okay. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind, yeah, can. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw. That noise outside. Oopsie. Well, I don't see any contradictions here. Ha! I will find something. This clearly shows Joe Dark about a murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. Oh, No, that's fine. Wait a second. No? Okay, maybe not. That's fine. He got pierced in his heart and lungs, but from that stabbing motion, it would have hit him shoulder? Or maybe top chest? Wait, stab? Go back. Stabbed? Wait, no. Stabbed in the back. Emma! Then from that viewpoint, he's gonna be stabbed in the front, not in the back. My darling, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. The dude was stabbed in the back. Objection! What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. What you saw was shadows. You could have been the other way around. Mr. Wright, perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy's report? The tip of the blade gets broken off as well. So... here? The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see that it is. You can see its tip is broken. It is. It's a flat blade. Oh, even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, the autopsy report said that there was a piece, the tip of the knife inside of him. But I'm also thinking about the stabbiness. But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken too. Yeah, if I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. No. Ooh. Hang on. Oh. I'm getting ideas. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. I'm getting ideas. I just need to make sure that it's the right thing, because yes, that knife may have been the stabby, but there was another thing that had a flat edge. I'm not sure it was sharp though, but and pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? I will find all the problems, Edward. That is my job here. It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Ah, what is the meaning of this? That's true. Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand, then why is the piece inside him? Objection! Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. So that means the victim was stabbed afterwards? And that's why it broke? Was stabbed with the knife afterwards? If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. Wind up. I think it's wind up. That's right, but where... What does that mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. Yes. The only possible explanation is that the witness's memory is mistaken. Emma? Objection. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There's another explanation. There's another thing with the flat end. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence? You're treading on thin ice, right? I know, but I'm gonna do it anyways. All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might have been the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility. No. Order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? Your Honor, afraid so. Please allow me to once again go over the evidence that took place on the day of the murder. Okay. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. He's creepy. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story there is a lie. Yeah, the jar is there, yeah. The jar is there, yeah. So the jar is indeed it's a piece of evidence. We figured that out because we have this here. It's just whatever this blood stain thingy is, we don't really know. But yes, we figured out that the jar was in there last episode, where everything was lagging. It doesn't seem like today's one's lagging though, so that's good. Okay, there is a lie somewhere here. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. There isn't. I know. No, I believe you. I believe you. If that's true, yeah, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. There must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. There is one. Could there have been one? There is another one. Excuse me. I know there is one. If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, because how can you forget that? It can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright, don't worry, I'm on your side. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. Of course I do. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. And this thingy. The knife is missing. Oh. I'm waving my hand over my camera. The answer lies in the past, 2 years in the past. Right here, inside this picture. The picture, this is a picture of the award ceremony. Yep. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? The knifey, stabby swordy. It's the broken murder weapon. Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. Yep. Yep. That's a broken knife. It's a broken sword, but... As we earlier concluded, the knife is in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award. Order! Neil Marshall was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. True. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. But that can't be. It can, and it is. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors Award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would have been reversed. Yes. What do you mean? I guess it's a flash. You couldn't have actually seen who was holding the weapon. I mean, the man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. But see here, if that really did happen, then what is the chance of okay, so if Joe Dark did stab Neil Marshall and killed him that day, then the Joe Dark could have left the room, or held Emma hostage again. But apparently he was knocked out from what I know, and Neil died. So many things. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. Yep. That's true. What's going on here? I've got a snag in there, don't I? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Hold it. Emma? Wait. I remember now. I remember everything. Hang on, I'm gonna quickly grab a quick snack thingy. Remember that thing? Witness? Of course you remember. She's a bright one. Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? I forgot I have so much troubles opening these things. Could you show me your evidence list again, please? I think there's something missing that wasn't there, and I'm going to guess it's the jar. His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back. Okay, maybe Gumshoe didn't draw this. I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. So it's not the blue badger? What is that then? Is it? No, maybe not. I thought it looked like it. Oh, that's so weird. The badger is actually an ancient evil spirit. Maybe the badger was made because Gumshoe saw this picture that Emma drew and like, oh, that looks like a great thing. A mascot. Let's make this mascot. I don't know. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. Where'd you lock? Perhaps it'd be best if we add this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you've recalled, Miss Skye? Yes, Your Honor. First the knife mix-up, now the blue badger? This should be interesting. Emma's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. I think it's a jar. I have no other clue. I think it's a jar. Because if the blue badger's head is like that, and the jar is like this one could be upside down. And it kind of looked like the blue badger. Kind of. The shape is a bit it's a bit off though. That's the thing. This is the only clue we have. If it mentions, we'll see. Sorry. So she knocked away Neil. Just then, there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. That is certainly most unusual. Try impossible. The chief of detectives hadn't even designed him until this year. That'd mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Oh! Lana! Stop, please, don't pursue this any further. I'm actually, she looks very concerned. Scared? Oh god. I'm actually scared to continue this, I don't know. Lana! What is the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair. But you can't do this. I already confessed to the crime. Oh. This is... okay. Why can't you just leave it at that? Lana, Lana, Lana. Okay. Chief Prosecutor Skye. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. It seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter. You saying not to investigate makes me want to investigate stronger. I have an inkling, though, that the reason why... I don't know, I have to see, but I have an inkling. It doesn't have any facts just yet, but I've got an idea. Emma's recollection. When I saw them, okay, let me. This one. The only thing that could be the blue badger was this thing that was in that same room. The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. But that's... What exactly is that? Hang on, I want to try a thing. I thought about rotating it upside down. No. Oh, M, N, H. That's... Okay. Wait a second. Wait. No, wait. How do I rotate this one further? No? Like that? Hang on, how do I rotate this? I'm having a lot of struggles trying to rotate this thing. Because I don't know how the buttons are so weird. Yeah, that's the only way I can think it's a blue badger. But the rotating is a bit hard to do. Okay, so if that's that's the only way. Okay, that's, what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. Very unstable. Well, Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Wait a second. If, say, Emma's on the ground and that thing is positioned... There. Our viewpoint... I've got to show them. The correct angle that it looks like this. Oh, the mouse is a lot easier to use. This. Not there yet. About... More or less. Is this correct? I love the Blue Badger song though, it's really catchy. Well, is this a miracle or what? It falling? No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the Blue Badger. No, it can't be. It can and it is. So the jar is some resemblance at least. Order! The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious Blue Badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoy Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So that badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. It does. Does it? Wait a second. In the room, this is only from my vague recollection, but this picture is taken towards, what's his name's area? Gant's side of the office. Because this guy with the sharp pointy thingy was towards the right of the office, I think. What is it? This is confusing. If the lightning was the only source of light in the room, then how can the jar cast the shadow on the wall? I don't remember what the floor plans of the actual room was. That's a problem. Because we're not given a floor plan, which is annoying. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well then. Please tell us. What what's different about what's different now that I'm reading everything wrong today. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? Yeah, it is. The location is different. It would be towards Gant's office. Allow me to take these in turn. It's cold. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. At the very specific angle, might I add. I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in this picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on the shelf in the office of Demont Gant. I was right. It was towards Demont Gant's area. We went into his office. But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. Yeah. The witness testified so herself. Yes. And it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room in Chief Gant's office. Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? No. Third party. It has to be a third party. You see, there's a spiky thing over there, but it has to be a third party. From Demont Gant's office to Lana Sky's office. Yes. Why would he do that? There is no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. I got a bad feeling about this. Emma would have been in Lana's area, in Lana's side of the office. Is it to put if Gant's... Okay, we're going on the... What do you mean assumption he is? Gant's the one who probably did a thing. Gant's the third party that probably moved the body over to that side because Emma was there? To... Maybe he falsified evidence and made it seem like Emma did a thing and then Lana found out and Lana is trying to protect Emma. Something like that. I know. Because I'm still going under the idea under the fact that Gant has something to do with this, and I'm gonna place him as a third party that messed up with the evidence in the actual room. So, if there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? I finally figured it out. So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though. We've got to keep going. Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. That means she would have knocked over, Marshall. I don't want to continue this. If this is what we're thinking, I really don't want to continue it. Oh, but I got it there. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? The knife? That would have had to been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. Oh no. Oh no. If the man was knocked into the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? The sharp pointy knife of the sword of the thingy. Instead of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. It's a javelin. Oh, a spear? Yes. And since the man who was knocked into the arm was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to be Neil Marshall, wielding the knife of the King of Prosecutors trophy. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes. There's another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless, I don't know if I can go through with this. No. Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorized, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked over was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. I went silent for just that scene there. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me? And that's how this... no, Emma. Emma. Oh, I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life. It then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented. Objection. Lana. Oh. I really love Lana. She's really, like, oh God, she's very protective. What are you saying? I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances, Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How could you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out what Emma did, wasn't it? I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know. That picture looks very pretty. I don't know. Just me. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have to find proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? Maybe. I'm willing to bet you don't. I'm willing to bet that I do. I always do. Yes, it certainly would be difficult to prove this with this evidence. To prove this with evidence, yep. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony. I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. We certainly can't get dead people to testify. True. This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Touché, Miss Sky. Of course, that only leaves us with one possibility. Do you mean there's still another possibility? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? Please stop doing this to me. I mean the possibility that the victim left us a message. So... Yeah. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. Yep, 10 minutes. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life. In one manner or another. That's impossible. Yeah. I keep having this sound, my ears wiggling. Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. No, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist? It does. I've got to think back to the court records. The real murderer's name that the victim may have left behind is in the evidence, yeah. There's only one thing. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. Mr. Wright. Oh, I'm sorry. Will you stop at nothing to prove my sister's a murderer? I'm sorry. The amount of guilt I feel right now is not good. Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek, the truth. Yep, the truth. No matter how painful it may be. This is very painful. Now then, Mr. Wright. Please show us the piece of evidence that conveys a message from the deceased. I don't want to hear this anymore. This is the message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, is he going to speak to the killer's name? Lana. If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. The message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see faint trails of blood. A faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. Yes, but notice, for some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there's a line drawn. There's a line here drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines? Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points, and the victim's message will be apparent. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mr. Wright, what kind of message did the victim leave for us? Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. I've got to connect these dots to make letters. There's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. Yep, his murderer's name. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I see it. I see it. How do I do it? Oh, darn it. So Marshall tried to stab Dark with a broken sword and Emma pushed him away, thinking he was Dark. Yeah, flash of light, she wouldn't have seen it. So, am I not... Is this one or this one? Oh, okay, so no, that looks still good though. I thought we were going to use Luno. Nah, we're just drawing pictures right now. Done. I really don't want this to be the message. I seriously don't want this to be the message. I'm really gonna need a bit sorry. I'm sorry. It's the defense's attorney's duty to prove the client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. So this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. I'm sorry. Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life was Emma Sky. I'm sorry. Wow, it took us an hour to do the first part, the trial something. Ugh, you. Sorry, it went into red. I'm sorry for anyone who's listening through headphones. I'm sorry. Seaworthy, you can't say I didn't warn you. I despise your existence. Chief Gant. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dark was sentenced to death. Oh no. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? I hate his face. I hate his face so much. I don't like him. Hang on, I'm just grabbing another little thing to nibble on. No regrets, only truth. I think there's more to this though. There has to be more to this. Mainly because I want to see this guy dead. I just want him dead. Yeah. Sorry. I choked and think I was eating. Ouch. I mean, there has to be more. I think the Goodman thing is over though. Ah, my throat's dying. I think the Goodman thing is done. At least for now, the Goodman thing is done. Hang on a minute. I need more water. I can't believe I choked. Yes, Woody. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. He ain't innocent. Nobody's innocent. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction. I can't say those words. I don't know how to say that. Did that sound? But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer. That's undeniable. I hate you. I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice. What? We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. Oh, I can't wait to get him. What's going on in the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How can he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Order, 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 order! Because Lana didn't really kill Goodman. He was already dead. Someone else did. Yep. At least that's the idea. Still something stuck in my throat. But that's the idea. At least. The gavel pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. This is only the first bit. Oh my god, what the heck? Where this trial is headed, no one knows. Let me put this away before I choke again. Oh, dude. Save, please. Please. God, that took an hour. So I think this might take at least 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours, 4 4 hours even. I'm still choking. Oh my god. We're not done though. I said I was gonna continue this until I finished. I'm gonna do it. February 25th, 12:06 a.m. No p.m. 12:06 p.m. District Court, Defense Lobby number 2. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. My throat, my voice is dead. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Hi, Gumshoe. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run away, run all around while on duty. And to top whatever you call me here, I've seen happier people at funerals. This is deja vu. We did this before, didn't we? I take Lana's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Evidence law. Here, she asked me to give this to you. If there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law. Edward was talking about this just the other day. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? We don't read the rules. We don't read rules in this one. Seems so. You could at least study more evidence law. Study some evidence law, really. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. Uh-oh. A message? She said if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Him. I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Let's read it. Let's read it. No, I want to read it. Let me read it. Alright. Rules of submitting evidence. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay. Okay. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. All that is left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. I'm not done. Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me? Mr. Edgeworth. The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility has been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Skies found out she's unwittingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? Of course. You've got to be kidding me, pal. You're missing the point, detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely struck a knife in his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. February 25th, 12:52 p.m. District Court, Court number 9. Rule 1 means the police is to blame too, right? Hang on, let me just double check that. Yeah, police department, yeah. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. But of course. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well... normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness. But, this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses? I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. A solution? That being the case, The prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. I get to choose. Oh, you shouldn't have, Edgeworth. What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It will prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I'ma take it. Take it. Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue this trial. Woo-woo! Very well, the defense accepts the prosecution's proposal. Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness. Mr. Wright. Yes'm. You do realize this is your last chance? If you call a wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. The defense calls. Oh, there is only one person I want to question. The time has finally come to bring out the real murderer. This mother trucker. I want him gone. Let me call him out. Please. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. Damon Gant? I keep wondering if I'm saying his name right. I say Damon, so I don't know. Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything? I think after I play this, I'm gonna actually watch the Ace Attorney anime. One of my cousins watch it, and they really love it. They love the English dub of it, but I'm gonna watch it. Hi, Dev. You're not normally. This is hi. You. Why are you here? I love Ace Attorney as well. I've always loved it. It is. This is the last I'm going to make it. I'm going to make this the last stream for the first part of the trilogy, and then take a bit of a break. It's 7:30. I have to be. No, if it's 7:30, you gotta be sleeping. I was still technically in bed at 7:30. I thought because the stream started at 8 o'clock for me. Anyways, what Damon can? What does he have to do with anything? Oh, he has everything. He's got everything. Just put him on the stand, please. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. Oh, I have the same plan. How much does the anime cover? I don't know. From the images I saw, it covers first, second, third. First, second, and third ones from what I know. But there's a second season to the Ace Attorney anime as well. So, I really don't know how far it goes. I'm very excited though. I really do want to watch it. Mainly because I get to see Mia and I get to see Maya again. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. I'm gonna press him on everything. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courtroom. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this, some kind of practical joke? No joke. Just me getting you on the stand so I can tear you apart. I was just on my way to lunch. I don't care. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. So, you want to play hardball, eh? I'm the one who caught it. Please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto, what's with the grim face? My face is always like this. First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean the time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things left unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Dang. Like the role you played in all of this. son. Either you're very brave or very foolish. I'm very brave. With a hint of foolish. But I'm brave. I'm gonna do it anyways. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. I don't care. Weapons? I don't care. Sure, take my testimony for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. Very well, the witness may now begin his testimony. Oh, please, tell me. I saw 9 incident, tell me. I'm ready. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. I look great, don't I? I think if I do the Miles one, I'm gonna make Edgeworth's hair as well. Anyone who stands on the... Leslie, why'd you donate? I'll kick him into jail, but don't do the donate. But thank you. But yes, the Phoenix hair. I had to make the hair because I am indeed Phoenix in this case. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. You know what, girl? I don't like you. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. Don't do the donate on this. Don't do the donate. I'm happy for donate, but don't do the donate if you don't want to, or you don't have to. Don't do the donate. No donate. No donate. Just being here makes me happy. That's all. As you can see, I have nothing to do with the fraud. You lie. You lie because I got this thingy. I got this thingy that I found in your safe. Do not question how I got into your safe, but I got it in your safe. Is that when Dark was arrested? Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. What the hell? Don't do that scene. Don't do that scene again. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seemed Dark bumped his head. That doesn't seem like a good reason. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast. Ha, I got one. I got one. I ain't letting this guy escape. This one. You lie. Don't question me on it. But I got this thing that I found in your safe. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. And I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example. That's the blue badger you showed us earlier. It's not the blue badger, it's a jar! A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? Please don't question me on how I got there, okay? Don't do it. Don't question me. You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Dun, dun, dun. Chief Gant, what is the meaning of this? Oh, that's it. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery. Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. That too. But Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto? Thank you, Miles. However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Gumshoe will receive his due punishment. What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. Oh, please do. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together. Oh, I keep whacking my mic. Evidence and forgery. Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyways, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Drake was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand that I'm the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh, I don't care. I'm doing this because what I believe is right. Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Alright, Aji. In return, though. I know. That place, right? What are these guys... telepathy? Okay. Let's see. Where was the one that, Shoot! I missed it! Like amazing. Not combos. Someone's like combos? That sounds unlikely. I missed it! Okay, 1, 2, 3. This no. Rearranging. Yeah, could have. But what do you mean? Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there's one very large benefit you reap from all this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would of course be the position you have, Chief of Police. True. Oh, the resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Darn. Ho. Oh, that's a good one. All the music in this game is great though. Don't worry, this stream is more entertaining than the game I would buy with that. Is it because of my own reactions to this? I literally constantly apologize to Lana because to her reaction to me finding about like Emma's stuff, like so sorry. But I saw all the music in this game is really great. Wait, if you see me like my head moving up and down, I'm actually rocking back and forth in my chair a bit. Because it turns out I can actually rock a little bit in the chair, just a little bit. I'm gonna find out all the inconsistencies of you though, because I'm gonna make sure you pay. Do you really think I'm that incompetent? Yes. What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. What was it? There was a thing. What did he mention? He mentioned it. It was also to get Lana to be the chief of detectives, so he and blackmail, and so he'll have an in the detective's office as well. Oh, he mentioned this in the last. Did he mention in the last stream? Something was mentioned in the last stream. In any case, the resolution of the SL9 merely SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Ezra? Is it? Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway. Ah, be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motive for you to commit forgery. The accomplice? See? If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Did you? Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There's only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There. It's out in the open now. Aji, you wouldn't mind if I changed my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there wasn't any... Oh, what do you mean? You two are partners with Lana. Nothing in it for you? Sorry, but the only person I truly care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Ho ho ho! That's a good one, Worthy. He's Santa Claus. Could there have been something in it for him? Jeez, there's no need to be that rude. I don't like him. I can't wait to throw him into jail. Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Yeah, in order to have an I keep forgetting words. To have not an accomplice, but also to have an in with something. Because I don't know, he's selfish. True, you may not have helped anyone for their sake, but you helped someone out for your own sake. But what if it meant it would benefit you? You might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I meant, no. No. Very well then. Who's this person you believe Grant may have helped forge evidence? Well, of course, has to be Lana. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, the defendant. Yeah, he was there. Shared office. I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Can they not replay the scene? Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister Lana? I think I read that one. Let's go. And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Blackmail. Basically, blackmail. Self-profit, what do you mean? Blackmail. After the SL9 incident was resolved. Blackmail. Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. Sorry, not detective, prosecutor. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he played with puppets? Can we get a new judge? I love this judge, but can we get a new judge? Oh wait, you must mean puppet as in someone forced to do his bidding something. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Blackmail. Blackmail. Right, my boy, you have quite an imagination. Hang on, I'm gonna do a quick posture check. Going to look closer. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana wouldn't say a thing. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof. Oh, idea. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing but nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. Come on, Lana. Emma's already done. Emma, older sisters will always protect their younger siblings, regardless of what happens. That's just, it's siblings. Siblings as a whole would protect each other regardless of what happens. They would never throw family. No. So from sisters to siblings to family, family would always protect family regardless of what happens. Even if like the outcome is wrong, and still protect them. This incident, which one would that be? The number 77777777. I'm gonna guess. Of course, I'm talking about Goodman's case. Yeah. The murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone had been controlling her. Sorry, I'm just eating some random pieces of rock salt on the side. I don't know why, but I do that. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean? Think. What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? Yeah. 7777777. Order. I said order. Mr. Wright, you can't be serious. I am very serious. This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? This it's impossible. That's impossible. I'm doing it. I don't care. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edwards said in easy to understand language. I'm sorry. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. Yeah, true. It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. And we gotta do it too. Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer-in-law, is involved with the murder? We did, but it's okay. We'll find the truth. Good question. No, I got it. ID record. 777777. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Right, alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. Where is it? ID record. Yeah. 777777. This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 77777777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. It's your number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7-digit? You don't mean... Yeah. I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 77777777. The same as the remaining ID card number on the list. On that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Woo! Oh, we got to see his, like, his doomed face. Not really doomed face. Annoyed face, angry face, caught face, flustered face, flustered face. Order, order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulation. And I would demand Mr. Wright to be punished to the maximum extent of the law. I'm sorry. Later, though. Right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room? On the day of the crime? What about it? I'm chief of police. Whether it's whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you on that day. I think I read that wrong. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Well, of course not. Why would he be? He's blasted. I hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. Okay, you can go away now. Go away, Judge. We're doing a thing now. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the murder of the crime, then we need to determine one thing: what transpired during that meeting. In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Grant on the day of the crime. I didn't think this far. He's the chief of police, right? And darn it, I can't do the thingy. Chief of police is... yeah, it has to be. Chief of police is Gant. He would have had to give this to you. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to. Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh! Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him? There's no other way that murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. I think I read that wrong as well. Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman? Sure. Exactly. But wait. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort. Let me reposition myself again. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the records, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. Judge, you're not helping. He's not helping. I want a new judge. I love this judge. I love him. I love this judge, but I want a new judge. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been on his person. It would have been found on his body. In his body. Yep. No. What was that? Chief Gant, you didn't. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. Oh my god, that was some Dragon Ball thing. It was very Dragon Ball-ish thingy. Whoa, we're getting in though. Okay, would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know? And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. He used you, my boy. He used you to transfer him over there. Everyone except me, it seems. So, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office? I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. All this time I thought it was just a useless clue, just taking up space. Yeah, we got a lot of random clues here, but I got it. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief can't use this. He used the screwdriver. Could say, all he had to do was get Edgeworth to come grab this, have Lana move the body into the That's right? The only way is this. He called Edgeworth. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. What's that? A screwdriver. But what does that have to do with this case? Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... yeah. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean Yep. The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. All we needed to do was get him here, get him to pick up the screwdriver, and while he was there, have someone move the body into his car, lock it up, and then he'd drive away with the body in the car. Done. Simple. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. Dun, dun, dun. Poor Edgy. He's getting a bun. Yeah. Poor Edgy. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Yes. Unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? This is fun. This is fun. There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Order! What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations? Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed into the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something. I believe your time's up. My time's up? Sorry, Wright, but I'm having lunch with the district's attorney general after this. We have got to get going if we were to make it in time for the early bird special. Objection, you can't leave. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons. Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? This is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're just going to run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show me your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright, I got none. I got none. Yeah, Your Honor. Do you have any concrete proof? I got none. Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body? I got none. But I can ask Lana to testify? Please? Do I have any concrete proof? I got no proof yet, but I can talk to you, Lana. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. See, Aji. But in that case, hold it. This court... Yeah, that's fine. This court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Wait, what? Here's a tip. Never gamble when you can't afford to lose, Ryder. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Aji, I'll leave the rest to you. And he leaves. Darn it. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. What? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mars. Lady Luck. Maybe we should have a word with her. Oh! He's practically mocking us, but I know. But it's okay. We got Alana. We have Lana to help. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. True. We got Alana. Lana. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. That's true. We haven't heard her testimony either. A lady who knows the truth. Another witness. We know. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. Mr. Phoenix, we got another person, you know. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? Yeah, he can't ask. The defense is the one calling the witnesses today. We're gonna get him. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? Yes. She may not be willing to tell the truth. But we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth Miss Lana Sky. The defendant. Miss Lana Sky? Yes. She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task is to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor. I'm starting to get really hungry, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm so stubborn. I need to finish this one. Very well, the court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we'll reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in Hold on. You... Neko-sama, you're on the wrong channel again. But hello! Laranyan, passing by to say hello and wishing a happy stream. Thank you for stopping by though, Neko-sama. Chief Gand, I thought you were going to eat. Listen, good Lana. Listen, good Lana. He's talking to Lana. He's gonna threaten her. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, as always I know, there will be terrible consequences. He's threatening Lana. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. Ah, this isn't good. Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyways, right? Just something to think about. Alright then. I've got a lunch date to meet. I hate him so much. He just threatened Lana. Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess again. That's. And take off my hair. February 25th, 2:04 p.m. District Court, Defense Lobby number 2. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yep. Thanks to your help, Edgeworth. Thank you. That chief, he's something else, eh, pals? Detective Gumshoe! Ha ha ha, I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. And don't worry, I've already decided where to work now. I need to make my ears a bit more wibbly, but it's fine. At your office. My office? My office? Sure! I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. No. Could you mean Maya? Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is it he always gets the upper hand? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said? But Chief, that's not the right to claim. That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. He thinks he can get it out. Risks? What did he mean by that? It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Emma? Emma! Emma! Oh, I'm so happy to hear happy music again. Hello, Emma. Emma, are you okay? Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. I just need to pause a bit. I haven't heard a happy music in so long. No, I haven't heard it in 2 hours. Oh, other than the Blue Badger's song, but I need a happy song. Okay. We're good. So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. Don't be. It was, the truth. Emma has a psychic rival now. Oh dear. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. I think I know why, like, sometimes my streams are, like, very laggy. I'm only using 30 FPS right now, not 60. I might have to do some changes to that one later, though. Yes, Gant is a terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. To force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. That's right. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember it now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait here? No, I'm going with you. We truly live in a society. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're not alone on the stand again. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. Okay, let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. It's 2 hours. Wow, I think we will end in 3 hours. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Save. Okay. Let's go. This should be the last bit of it. Or maybe there's a trial later 3. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Oh, here. Now then. For the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand. And look, Lana, Emma's right here. Please say the truth. She right here. Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. She's not going to say the truth. Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. Gant and the fabrication. Okay. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to his blackmail theory. To this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime. My only motive was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Yes, Your Honor, I'm confessing to capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana... My stomach is hungry. If that is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. Aye, she's sacrificing herself because of me. Aye. But what if she's telling the truth? Phoenix. She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Understood. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. Okay, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. That's fine, I don't care about that one. How did you rearrange it? What would you see? You said you did this all by yourself? Actually, how would she move, He probably is, Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived in the crime scene? I'm hungry. It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award award knife was stuck in the victim's body. Wait a minute. That's not right. That's not right. Oh, that's not right. What? But we all agree that that was the stabby right there. But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change that statement. She's still trying to protect Emma. Lana, you're the greatest big sister. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. Or just to protect me. Lana. So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. I broke off the tip. How did you break off the tip? You planted the tip of Dark knife and then you moved the body. How could you do that all on yourself? But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. Oh yeah, they needed evidence. You always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I should ask for the sake of others. Why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. Why did you move it over to your desk? But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plans. Tab. This jar? What do you mean? Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. That's so... because... You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene when Neil Marshall was murdered? Because we still have the Emma thing. If you say that Emma didn't do it, then that's wrong, because we have this thing that says Emma's name on it. And you mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony. Your testimony, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plans." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It is a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to have been able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Ah. He couldn't have written Emma's name on the shattered jar. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regards to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Okay, jar stuff. Something critical. Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we are headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. Jar and message in blood. Please tell me. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room, and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. No, because there was this one that had a very large stain of it. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. No? You mean you were the one who wiped away the message blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. The pizza... Alright. That's fine. She didn't get them all though, because there were still some stains left. What do you mean? This is confusing. But I love it. This guy, I believe this jar conceals the truth even you were unaware of. What? Yeah, there was one piece missing. We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. And the Chief's is safe, but how? I knew it. She really didn't know. Whoa, she didn't know. I knew it. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? Nah. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my teeth all along. Huh, can you believe that? Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying that person was Chief Gant, or at the time he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact 2 years? I can't speak today. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Dun 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 dun. Konba hello. Dun 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 dun. Oh, dun 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 dun. Konba hello. Konba hello. That's all. Why he hide the fact for 2 freaking years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? And you don't protect him, please don't. Yeah, no. You can't protect her. Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. That did act like he was on trial. Demont Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Or maybe that was the piece of the black mirror? Not sure. Question. What is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became the chief's puppet. Oh! Is your thumb okay? Is your thumb okay? Oh god, that looked like it hurt. Oh god, is your thumb okay? No, I did it on my own. Stop biting your thumb. You already got an injured hand and don't bite it. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer I can't suffer anymore for my sake. The pieces are finally coming together. We're getting there. We just need a bit more. A bit more. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Lana is really becoming one of my favorite characters. She's so good, so nice, so great. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana may be right after all. What do you mean, right? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? No, not that. Miss Sky, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, it's time to bring up the BS. Yeah, time to do what we're best at. If evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Sky, if you will. Come on. I can't. Come on, Lana! There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth. Please. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Whoa, okay. We got another testimony. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. So what did you really see and what can I poke at? What holes can I poke? Actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was fabricated, Emma might be innocent. If she's innocent, just tell the freaking truth. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armored sword. Yep. Armored sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. What do you mean? I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. The book? What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. Why was Dark unconscious? It might have been true, the fact that he might have hit his head and was knocked out. Maybe, because if we're going by the picture that Emma drew of this one, say Emma ran into the person holding the knife, it could have knocked Neil Marshall could have also knocked into Dark and knocked him unconscious as well by accident, but still, that might have been the reason. Anyways, it's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. Can I not examine this? This is the only thing I was given, and it's nothing's in here. Very well, Mr. Wright, please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana says she gave it to you this morning, right? At the book. I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. There's a thing there. Is that a thing? It's just me? Is there... no? Open it. We got a thing? Oh, we got a thing. Hey, there's a picture here. Oh. Wait, then he was already dead. Oh, oh my. So he couldn't have written the message then if he's already dead. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I rearranged everything. Imagine taking a photo then proceeding to erase any other evidence. I'm surprised she took a photo, but I mean, we've got evidence now, so thank you for taking a photo. Even if you've been a bit of a pain in the behind for a bit now, but you're great. You're still great. Lana's picture inserted. Thank you. Mr. Wright, that piece cut out from the vest. Could it be? It is. The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe, but that has Emma's fingerprints on it. What's this? And that means it's proof that she didn't she knocked into him then. This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. It had your fingerprints on it. Whoever's fingerprints those must have been the real murder. No. What? But those fingerprints are yours! They're yours, Emma! Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyways, let's get on with the cross-examination. As long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murder. We're doomed! We're doomed! Very well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Hold it? Here, hold it. Darn it, you! Abort the plan! Abort the plan! Darn it, he's back! Darn it, he's back! He's back! Come now, Uji. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. He's back! Chief Gant. What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeit your right to make statements of any sort. He did. He revoked it. You got no chance to say it. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Brother's being savage today. This is great. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go away now. Go away. So what? You think I'm worried? Go away. Go away. Sorry to disappoint you. But I don't need to make any statements. It's the only way. I have to keep going. I'm gonna do it. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even though I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? Uh-oh. No, I don't. But someone does. Someone being me. Shit. So, what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? It is a trap! It's a trap! Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. I don't know what to do here. Is this true, Mr. Wright? I don't know what to do. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The truth above all. I have to. But, Let me just go through. Okay. It's okay. We'll figure something out. I'll do it. Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence. I don't want to do it. Alright. The time's finally come to show it to them. Emma. Those prints have got to be the chief's. No. Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. No, the evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. I don't wanna. It's a piece of leather cloth? Yes, it's most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest. What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword. What? Whose fingerprints are on these? Wait a minute. No, that's fine. No. The fact, if he did die on that one, then he couldn't have written the message. He couldn't have written it was Emma. That's the thing. I still don't like this. What? Whose fingerprints are on this? I'm sure Righto has checked, haven't you? You wasn't on this. Well, whose are they? Come on, Wright. They're Miss Sky's. Miss Emma Sky's. What? They're mine? So I really did do it. See, I told you it was conclusive. But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe. You mother trucker. Do you really expect me to believe that? Oh, this is tough. But give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. What? No. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky. No! I think we did a mistake! We tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. No. It appears we have our killer. Can we go back? Can we go back? Can we go back? Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Alana alone was on duty. Shit! Can we go back? No! Well, so I'm gonna skip through this quickly to get back to that point. But we did wrong. We done goof. We have to say no. Hang on a moment. Oh, I'm gonna have to do all this again. So I'm gonna be really quick. I'll skim through this as fast as I can. I might have to spruce. Come on. Let me get back in here. It's not fair. It's not. Okay. If you hear rapid clicking, it's just me pressing the enter and spacebar at the exact same time to get through his clicker. I more or less remember what I have to say anyways. Okay. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Buttons. Press. So this will be a bit. So how's your days been? I should have saved. I should have saved. Could we have saved? Hang on, hang on. Escape. Yeah, we could have saved. I should have saved. Darn it. Okay, and then the next bit is press this one. Then I've got to ask why we moved the body. Come on. Why did you move the body? Piece of the jaw. Take that one. Come on, come on. I wish there was a skip button, but there is none. Come on. We made a mistake. That's fine. I have to do the large fragment bit. Come on, come on. Okay, which one is it? 30%. Yeah, no, no, no. This one. Is our punishment for believing the piece of cloth was legit? That's true. I don't care. Okay, next time I don't. We'll just keep going. I should have saved. I should have saved. Yeah, this is our punishment. I'm lucky. I remember like what I have to do mostly for like this one. Giant F. F in chat. Come on. You're just gonna hear objection and hold it for a bit. There? There. Oh. It did seem like we put the judge on trial right there. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Yep, 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 yep. We'll be there in no time. I just hope I don't like press it wrong. The fact that she bites her thumb that so it bleeds is like painful. But she is great. I do love her. I don't have lies. I'm not lying. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, we just have to remember we can't show the evidence. Not now. Not while he's here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, 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 okay. Was it a bite of the 87? Okay, okay. Yep. I don't know, that scene of her like slamming the thingy was very pretty. Okay, almost there, almost there. Then we have to check the proof thingy. Almost there. We're almost there. Rotate him. And please. Yo. Okay, yep. We're getting it. We're here. We're almost there. Almost there. Come on. Okay, a bit more. We're not gonna show this proof. What proof? I know nothing. It doesn't exist. How does he know that it exists? Huh? Now that I think about it, they didn't make it a point that the prosecutions are an expert in fabricating evidence. Yeah. Okay. I know nothing. I don't have proof. It doesn't exist. Nope, not while Gant is there. I don't know it. It doesn't exist. Yeah, mother trucker. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip through this because I don't want to hear him speak. I don't like him. I don't. How does he, that's the thing, how does he know that we got the staffy? I don't know. I don't have anything. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. See? What? You lie. How do you know I lie? Why are you saying that I lie? I got nothing. Chief Gant? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. How do you know this stuff, huh? You just forged the evidence. Thank you, no. The conclusive evidence. How do you know this, mister? I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know his fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. Look at that smug grin. I'm gonna rip that smug grin off his face. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest there? No, that's fine. Never mind. No, it's fine. Sorry. I just thought of a thing, but then I remembered some old information, like that can't be right. Anyway, see the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it has been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Okay, come on. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gal, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as a murderer. As the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? Is this a testimony or just him just saying random things and we poking holes in it? Okay, not a testimony. I was the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime that day, so you had time to do things. It then occurred to me that I could use this situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, then when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those 2 in your safe? But why? For insurance. Ugh, of course. Insurance. I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off of the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on that jar too? On this jar too? Yes. Ho ho ho. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Ryder. Cough it up already. I know you have it. Just in case. Just in case we do another mistake. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding that the cloth you cut off the victim's vest. You cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mrs. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment a while ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Ryder. You should have shown it then before it was too late. Except for the fact that we know that if we had shown it, you would have pinned it on Emma, and I'm not gonna do that. It's been a long battle. Is it time? Do we do it now? But the moment of truth has finally arrived. Oh, so we do it now then. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. One more. We'll save it here again. We'll just save it here again. We can show it here. I think we should be able to show it here. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Now. Not then. Now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. It's the only thing we got. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? Oh, yes. At last, you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Would have been a troll to refuse to show evidence again. It would have been, but I'd rather not. I don't want to get in trouble again. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. We already know. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean it could not have been forged? It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. I know it is. Oh ho ho. You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Ryder had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? Yup. You know whose fingerprints are on that? Yep. But, Mr. Wright, do you really know? I do. I don't want to say, but I do. Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. It's okay? Everything's proceeding as predicted. Really? Phoenix is smarter than me. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is Emma. It's Emma's. Emma Sky. What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh ho ho ho! Oh, I did too many holes. You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you? You monster! I'm sorry! The amount of guilt is really welling up. I'm sorry. Miss Sky, you knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Huh, but I'm afraid it's all over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. No, we're not done yet. We're still just staring. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after this defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? We're still silent. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? So casually, who actually killed him? What? Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall? Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know. What's this contradiction, Phoenix? Could you tell me? What? A contradiction? What is this fool blabbering about? Blabbing. Blabbing? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Are we doing BS stuff again? Because I don't know it. And Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. This? It has to be the picture, but I don't see. It has to be the picture, but I don't know why. I want to know why. No. Okay. Yeah, I noticed it. I saw it. What? Then... Ah! I get it. Okay. Yep. I get it. Thank you. I was just staring at it for a moment. I was like, I don't see it. Yeah, I get it. And what's this supposed to be? I don't know. This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. No blood. You see where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes. His shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but on that piece of cloth. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Clear. Nice and clean. Wait. There's no blood on it. Ugh. Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. Behold the truth. We got to the truth. Just a bit more, come on. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, that is nonsense. This is? That is nonsense. Now then, Sheepcat, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. Wait, that was it? I mean, of course it was. Of course it was. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? The first person who saw it. Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword? Oh, the fact that he did that is just creepy. Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, that person proceeded to write her name in the jar, on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it. Come on, remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. Woo-woo! It's finally all over. Oh, finally. Is that it? Is that it? What? No! That's right. I'm gonna leave this here for a little bit. Take a stretch so we can see his sweating face. That's right. That's right. Oh no, why? Ryder, you're so close, Ryder, you almost had me. What? What do you mean? Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. What do you mean? I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Oh, you son of a tuck! Order, order, what nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Is it actually illegal evidence? Remember, Aji? Earlier, old Ryder here concealed that piece of cloth. No, 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 no! No evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. We got approval from him. Technically, we got approval from him. This claim means nothing. So then, what's your excuse, Ryder? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? He considered this as conclusive evidence. He said it himself that it's conclusive evidence. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this moment in point in time. At this point in time. That guy's literally digging his own grave. He is! You think you can get away with... As if... Oh, we're on 3 hours. Wow, wow. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. Ho ho ho! Did you actually think you could best me in court? I am besting you in court. Looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claims is legally correct. We just have to make sure they remember that he technically did say it. There was. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, true. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? It seems at last the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Because we kept repeating, it's like, are you sure it's this evidence? Like, is this evidence? Is it this evidence? Like, yes, it is. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I did. Not. No, didn't. We didn't. We did not. We didn't. We didn't. Wait, it's another thing. No. We didn't. We did not. Because no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. So we didn't show it because it wasn't approved by him. Sorry, I'm just twisting this. An unregistered. No. Sorry. Backtrack. Sorry. The second rule: unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case. Unregistered. Wait, then. Okay, so the first one. So when we said no to the first one, when we said no, that we could not show the evidence, it was the no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department. And then afterwards, he gave us the approval. Oh no, and then afterwards, it was unregistered evidence because it wasn't. In any case, we did not. Because we were abiding by the rules of the book. We were abiding by the rules. But I will save. I will save, just in case. But we were abiding by the rules, so. I did not. He claimed it was conclusive. Yeah, he claimed it was conclusive on the second time. I admit, I refused to present it at one point. So the evidence is legal, but objection. No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? Because it wasn't, you know, wasn't accepted because you didn't say it. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved in presenting evidence. No, Raji, don't listen to his lies. Go away. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. Thank you, Miles. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. This book says it all. Because no evidence, it did not have the approval. And then it did. We didn't have the approval. This is my prayer for your honor. Evidence law. What is this? Thank you, Lana. I've done my homework too, Chief. Multiple times. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Second rule? Darn it. Were we using the wrong rule? Second rule is unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case. Oh yeah. At the time, it was just a cloth. We didn't know fingerprints. That's right. We've been using the wrong rules. But it worked. We still got it though. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department, so we didn't show it. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have the approval from the police department. The first one makes sense too. Yeah, he's explaining the first right now, yeah. I did not have approval. Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Yep, before it's just a piece of cloth, nobody knew that it had a fingerprint on it, except for us, and Gumshoe, and Gant. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. That's right. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's chest? Basically, Wright, shut your trap, Gant. and listen to some logic is back. That's right. We got him. The other time we just mentioned this, it was just a piece of cloth. Oh yes. You said it was. No. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yep. So my reasoning was still good. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and the only one person who that could be, Damon Gant. The killer was you. Come on. Oh no! Oh! Well, I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insists on hounding me. Well, your crimes wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced... Oh, he convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? So Goodman helped out. Okay. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. I was wondering why it was left open. I guess that makes sense. Goodwin turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. Oh, never mind. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. Oh. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. Oh. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking out the evidence, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Goodman! Goodman! Oh, he's great. Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. The accursed knife. Ah. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would only lead to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. I had no business doing any of it. Yep. Then you put the body in my car? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. He is still acting cute and I don't like it. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Why is he still smiling? Grr. Leaving the prosecution's car aside? How? How can you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Gumshoe's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar, fragment, and the glove. Yeah. It looked like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. Why is he so calm? They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Hey, that kind of rhymed. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. Don't say that about Miles. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well now. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. He's so calm, why? Oh, Aji? What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Demongant. Why is he so calm? My god, I knew you as you used to be long ago. You're once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you're no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Aji. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Sad part is, he's probably right, the justice system is broken, yep. You know, you summon the blue eyes, right? Joking, you do it easily. This ain't you! I'll summon the Steel Samurai, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a brand new beginning. I hate the fact that he's so calm, though. Hey Lana, we did it! We did it! We did it! There are two things I want you to understand. One, Lana and Emma didn't do it. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Demongant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky? He acts like he's going to die. He's at such peace. Yeah. I kind of expected him to act like all the other people we've found out the truth about, and with them being going crazy and like wacko and stuff like that. But he's just very calm. Yeah. His crimes were made manifest. Yep. Okay. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. Come on. Anything I gotta say? You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence, up until today. So, this is such a long case. It seems that the questions raised in this trial have been answered. Seems all, sorry. Sorry, Miss Sky, I couldn't get you out of your trouble. Yeah, she's still gonna be tried, guilty for, not guilty for the killing, but guilty for forging evidence, I think it is. I think that's still a crime. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. What? Did I do something wrong? I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Ah! She's smiling! She's smiling! Oh, that's a nice smile. She finally smiled, my god. Throughout this entire case, she didn't smile a single bit. But she's smiling now. That makes me happy. Nice smile. That precious smile, yep. A burden has been lifted. This is her. This is the Lana everyone knew before 2 years ago. But oh, she's so precious. Very precious. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. No. I owe you thanks for giving me such an interesting case. Oh, nice smile. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edward. Oh, she's not smiling anymore. Oh, I think he feels somewhat guilty as well because of forged evidence. You've had to suffer every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Tsundere! Tsundere! Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, I love that smile. That smile is so precious. It's so precious. Stop it! I only did my job. He is such a tsundere, oh my god. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor. You're innocent of murder, however. Although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for the crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Oh, her smile is so precious, so pretty. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Ah, that's nice. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. It has. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant Miss Lana Sky not guilty. Not guilty. Woohoo! We did it! Please get that hand checked out there, Miss Lana. You bit your thumb and it was bleeding. Please get that checked out. That is all. This court is adjourned. February 25th, 5:03 p.m. Wow, it's 11 already. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh, head off. Hair off. At long last, it's finally over. Oh, what's wrong, Emma? I mean, it was good. You could have used the blue eyes, but I'm into the hesitation. I've never thought I would see this day. It's been a long case. Blessed cat. I said, I'm so happy. But now Emma's like this. Emma, what's wrong? Emma? Oh, the happy music? Why the long face? Come on. Your sister is not... Okay, I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted of murder she didn't commit. Yeah. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended, I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. Okay, yeah. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Ah, that smile is so nice, so happy. Yay. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh wait, she didn't thank Emma. Oh, she didn't smile at Emma? You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well as well. You've done well. Is it because she didn't smile at you, Emma? I'm sorry. I smiled at you. Huh? You know, I did my best too. But Alana didn't say a single word to me. Yeah, that's sad. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Come shoot. Again? This is the 3rd time in this trial. Oh. Guess I am. You gonna go? I'll come back later. This is... Wait, Gumshoe, Detective Gumshoe, come back. What is it? What is it? It is great. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty. I didn't do it. And to top it, if you called me here, I've seen happier people at funerals. I didn't call you. It's Lana. Hey, line up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. Oh, he's the gum on our shoes. I came today because of you, pal. Her pal? Emma? Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. Oh, all I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped in all that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. Yeah, she became really cold. But that picture does look pretty though. If you just get rid of Gant though. But that side profile is really nice. If I had to, I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. Her scarf is nice now. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you look at me with those eyes of yours. Don't bite your thumb again, my god. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. I turned my back on you that day. Oh, because she didn't believe in that Emma didn't do it. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy. So wholesome, my god. Of course. You know, sis, oh, happy music. I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Ding, ding. Oh. Oh, that smile. Oh, Emma. Oh, that's beautiful. That's nice. That's really nice. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find a way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on towards a brighter future. It's so pretty. That's such a nice, so wholesome. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Is there more? A bit more? No? Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe? Me? Thank you both for all you've done. Oh, she's smiling so much. It's so pretty. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Oh, so now Phoenix is a poet. I think he's an internal poet. He'll never speak his mind out, but he will always think it. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. He's hiding. I ain't hiding. I ain't hiding. Where was he hiding? Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations, and then I'm gone. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right. Well, I'll be going now. He's such a tin today, oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. Oh, my rabbit's chewing on a piece of cardboard. Totally son. He is such a sin, oh my god. This is the first time I actually realized that he is such a sin. And it's so cute. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. Something's off with Edgeworth though. It's too late for me. What do you mean? No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth... Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You need an assistant. You despise criminals, I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. Miles needs an assistant. Here, we can give you Emma. And I'll grab Maya back and we'll have our own assistants. If you heard that, that was my rabbit chewing on some cardboard. Okay, one day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Bad of the assistants, bad of the assistants. I do despise criminals, because anyways, Gum just said that if he's alone, then he's gonna fail. But why would we be an assistant? I'll give you Emma. Emma would be really good on your end, and Maya would be great on my end. As always. I want Maya back. I do despise criminals. I know she comes back in the next game, though. And we'll talk about that in a bit. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crimes on my own, I needed a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth... Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. No! That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're the only prosecutor that's meant to be on the other side of me. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma. What do you mean? What about them? What about them? What about them? We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crimes. But they both made the same mistake. Stop it, Edgeworth. Get some help. Get some help. Oh wait, Edgeworth can hire Gumshoe as an assistant. Gumshoe's a pretty great assistant. If he does things right. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I needed a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. Happy music. Thank you for the Lana's giving so many smiles. It's so nice. It makes me so happy. You were working together with Mr. Wright. I'm your assistant too. And me too. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Yes! What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth or I would have been able to find on our own. I wouldn't have been here. That might mean something to you, but I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership. Mr. Wright, did I choose the wrong thing? It seems you still have a lot to learn as well. I guess that wasn't the right piece of information. Was it not? It's time for me to go. Was it not the attorney's badge? What else would I have? But that's the only thing. I became an attorney because of him, though. I don't know. Oh well, time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, should I have saved then? If you'll excuse me. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Did I make a mistake then? Edgeworth, what will you do now? Yeah, what are you gonna do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. One way or another. Farewell. I got a bad feeling about this. I better get going too. I better be going too. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Oh, here. This is a little something for you. Scientific Hi! Oh, this is that bird again. Scientific Investigations. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. That smile is so pretty. And so another case came to close. The attorney badge was the only thing I thought I could have really showed, because that's the only thing that's makes sense. Anyways, another case came to close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Pretty. Faith that their lives have only just begun. Dun, dun. As for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. Yeah. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go checking off just yet, pal. What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay if nobody said anything. Yeah, well, it might be okay with me, but the folks in prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Oh no. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, haha. See? Mr. Wright here. Mr. Wright's here. Here's the one who'll be footing the bill. Excuse me? Huh? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? You got no money. Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Oh, freaking Jackson, excuse me. That's my money. Oh, okay. I think this is the end of that case. Oh god, that was long. Oh, I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I should be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. I'll read all of those ones in a bit. Because this has no pause screens, I'm going to have to keep reading. I'm curious for the right piece of evidence. Can't say not Smartalana and Emma. Yeah, I do want to know what that piece of evidence is. I don't have anything else, because all the other pieces afterwards is thing. Yikes, I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. But yeah, so any evidence further past the badge is all... Yeah, I think he chose the correct evidence to Edgeworth. Yeah, because yeah, anything past the badge was all case evidence for the case, so I couldn't really choose much there. The only thing that had on me at the beginning was my badge. Unless I do the King of Prosecutors things. Meekings! My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. Who's Billy? Oh, your hand. I'll show them though. Someday I'll make it. I'm gonna make it to detective. Yes, sir. Then I'll be just like that, gumshoe. But yeah, with this being the end, so this is definitely the last stream for Ace Attorney for a little while. Because 14 episodes full of it is pretty long. I swear, if this guy talks, I'm gonna be a bit worried. In any case, I'll have to think. I think I'm gonna replace this one with... Oh, you good there? With Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, DDLC Plus, because it came out a couple of days ago, so I've got to play it. So I have to think of my schedule a bit. Why is he there? What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this in to me. She's seeing one of the guards, it seems. Oh well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambino back her smile. I did. Make sure Billy and the gang get their water. Who's Billy? Who's Billy? Who is Billy? I still have to think about the schedule for this week. Hello, Angel. Looks like we might be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. Hey! The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. I don't know if kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Ah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I have to think of a schedule for this week though, because I've got the collab, I've got the DLC plus. I have to double check if I have another Terraria stream this week or not. I'll see though. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Defense lawyer. Let's see. What was his name again? Me? Mr. Left? Excuse me. Wait. Isn't Billy like... Anyways, he said he's been doing other... Well, something for... Anyways, I forgot. I've got another trial to decide. I better be... Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go. Isn't Billy the cactus? Is Billy the cactus? I guess he might be. You don't really water cacti though. Maybe it is. I might actually research. Who is Billy in Ace Attorney? Maya! Ah, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Maya! Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin. Coming. Well, see you around, Nick. Oh, I missed Maya. I missed Maya so much. I'm so happy to see her. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. This is like a long wait to see if there's anything post-credit stuff. Boom boom. Edgeworth is room. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, hi again. Mr. Edgeworth? I bought you your tea. What's going on? I don't like how that looks. Emma! Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. It's okay, I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Open this book. Is there a picture in there? Oh, picture. Okay, open it. Oh! Oh! That's cute. That is adorable. Oh my gosh. Oh. That's adorable. Letter of resignation. Damn, he really took it hard. I wonder if it is a letter of resignation. We'll have to see. Can I get a save point, please? Save. Dun 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 dun. No? Golly, cute. It was adorable. It was so cute. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's all for this first part of the trial. Is it just double check? Do I have to do a new game? Yes, I'm gonna have to do a new game for Justice of All trials. But I'm not gonna do that now. Because it's break time for me and my Ace Attorney streams. 14 full streams of this. And it's great. It's when I end with an anime. Now I feel... I'll do this again though. I just have to think of when though. Maybe 2 months? Makes me question my own logic sometimes. And although this was a great game, the first bit at least, the first trilogy, and I can't wait for the second one and the third one. But not this time though. Hang on, I'll switch over to my... Yeah, I'll pop over to the side for now. So I can close. Thank you. That was a great one. Then I'll put some background music. This is actually the first time I used my chatting one to actually do a bit of chat. Just a little bit of it. But yeah, so I'm going to do the next bit of the Ace Attorney Justice whatever. I'm gonna put it maybe in a couple more months. We're in the beginning of July. Maybe September? Maybe? Give me like a month off from it. Hydrate. I shall hydrate. One moment then. Anyway, so I'm gonna give myself maybe a month and a half break of Ace Attorney, so I can play other games. Oh, but this was it was great ending. We got to see Lana smile. That was everything that I needed, that I didn't know I needed. Yeah, anyways. You're welcome. Thank you for staying. Anyways, God, I actually had like 4 people stay for like almost 4 hours. So that's like a big thing in my eyes, at least. It's been great. It's so good. But yeah. Oh, wonderful. She's barking now. So my next stream should be, from my recollection, the Stardew Valley collaboration again, because that's coming back. Because it'd be on my Tuesday. It should be same time as before. Me watch cat scratch cutie. Oh yeah. Thank you. I only get the game through the memes. Yeah, I think there were a couple memes, but it was great. Anyway, I'm gonna be watching the anime immediately after, during my breakfast today. But thank you guys for stopping by, and it was really fun. And I'll see you guys in the next stream after I figure out my actual schedule for it. Thank you. Bye bye.